You're writing it down so
Yeah.
in advance, letting us know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to listen to it and agree with it, or you're going to fight with it and argue with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's not right. And it's
Amen.
from your own personal life
Mm-hmm.
to what's happening on the planet.
Right, right.
That's for your own personal relationships,
Mhm.
what you're going through as a person, individual, individual,
Yeah.
and what's going on in the whole nation, all nations of the earth.
Yeah.
God's in this to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's saving and changing and moving and doing his own thing.
yeah.
And I know it don't look like it in a lot of cases. We
Yeah.
don't choose to bring God in it.
Mm-hmm.
We just think people doing what they want to do.
Yeah.
Total love.
Mm-hmm. And then
Man
that.
and seducers gonna wax worse and worse. Who said that?
Yeah. God said
God
that.
said that.
Period.
So what do you think gonna happen?
Yeah, they're gonna wax worse and worse. Simple.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
They ain't gonna turn around
In
and
the
do
last
better.
day trials, time shall come. And
Yeah.
we love their own stuff. You
Yeah.
think that's who
Yeah.
said that?
God said
God
that.
said it, yeah.
It's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Is it happening?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Hey,
You
so
see it.
why we shocked? Why we acting
Yeah.
like it's under control or something wrong?
Oh,
Or
we got to do
we gotta
something.
go vote and give them straight. We gotta make sure we get the right man off of the fix.
Yeah, yes, Lord. And or right woman.
All right, well, yeah, one of them gonna fix this for us because
That's what they said.
we
Testosterone
gonna
power.
make
I am
America.
woman, give
Yes,
me
sir.
more.
Yes, Lord.
we gonna
Estrogen
make-
power.
We gonna make
That's what
America
I'm
great
talking
again.
about.
Like
Yeah,
Donald
right.
Trump said he's
Okay.
gonna do it by himself.
I mean,
Okay.
but hey, he's in God's hands just like everybody else is.
Yeah.
And that's,
Just like the scripture said, whose report would you believe?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to believe the
Amen.
report of the Lord.
Yeah. Yes, Lord.
Because I know he's bigger and badder and stronger than everything. That's
Yeah.
Greater.
Yeah. You know, once we get, and me and Maurice was talking about this morning, get into the mindset of looking to see what your relationship with is with God one to one.
Right.
You know, and how to,
That's
then
what-
you'll never be able to see the whole picture until you get to that point. Because until you get to that point, God don't show you nothing. You could be saved, and he don't, you know it, but you don't know and realize God working in and through all of this. You know, you have to realize, and for some people, this is almost blasphemous to say that God is not trying to evangelize the world. The world is going to come to destruction, and all of what the world it symbolizes. But what he's doing is he's evangelizing people out of the world. He said, "Come out from among them and be ye separate," saith the Lord. "Touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you." And even that they're going to mess up, because now they say it's on me to do that. No, it's not. God is calling you out. Not everybody is hearing that. You see what I'm saying? So when you get into these modalities of teaching and learning, it can hinder you in seeing the actuality of what God is doing. I'm thankful that that I'm here at Christ Church. I really am. You know, and not just the elders and pastor, but all of you.
bit, but
You see what I'm saying? All of you is really participating by the grace of God to shape each one of us into this realization and of His truth. You know, ain't nothing out of specs, ain't nothing out of place. You're talking about you know how weak the church is and all this type of stuff. And, you know, I asked, do you think God's ignorant of where His body is? And really, now let me ask you a question: is there anything wrong with Christ? And most of them, I don't care where they at or what, how they were preaching or whatever, or where they're gonna say that no. But then why are you saying something is wrong with you and you and you and you and you? Are you not Christ? Are you not His body? So you're saying something is wrong with the church. Don't you realize who the church is? The church is Christ. Yeah. He said we are His body. That we've been fitted and put together and built together for a habitation through faith of God. So you telling me God putting this building together wrong? Is that what you're saying? Because you don't see this or this happening in the world. Because the world is going crazy and the church is not making an impact. Well, you look around, there's somebody getting saved every day. That's the impact of the church. To stand as a light so they can see.
Maybe not in this church, but somewhere.
Yeah, just somewhere. It might not have, yeah, there you go. Might not be happening in your church, but it sure is happening in God's church. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. You're not looking at this thing right. And sorry to say, there's as learned as many of them are, they're like Felix said, Paul, much learning has made you mad. I think lack of learning has made some of them mad. They're learning the wrong thing. You know, and I'm learning by my own personal aspect, and me and Larry talk about this all the time, to leave that stuff alone. I don't need to be correcting nobody on that. God will take care of that.
That's exactly right. He's already in control of it.
Yeah.
He's already taken care of it.
Amen. He's
already
taking
done.
care of it. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
all of this is already done.
Yes, sir.
It's done from God, man. It's already written. It's already spoken. It's already prophesied.
It's finished.
Everything.
End of the road, all that's already done. It's past tense as far as God's concerned. Ain't nobody going to stop that.
Right.
Nobody.
All of that, change that, do nothing.
Amen.
Right. Go on, get to know your Father.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for yourself.
That's it.
Right?
You know,
Enjoy the
yeah.
ride. Amen.
Exactly.
Yes,
And help
Lord.
everybody else enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
tell y'all to say, come on, y'all, come on out of that,
Thank
out
you.
of that place of regret and moaning
Yeah.
and complaining and struggling and striving and all that. Like that song, that song that the Candy Pretty sings, struggling, striving, trying to get help. No, they don't sing that. It's not singing.
Rough side of the mountain.
Well, that's a good one too. But all that mindset
Yeah.
that's so contrary to what God actually wants us to walk into.
Yeah.
And you know, but I kind of appreciate what God has done in the diversities and all of these places of pitfalls, you want to call them that. You can fall off into if you're not wise. It makes you strong once you realize when you come to agreement with God.
Amen.
You didn't have all that foolishness wasn't out there. You didn't have no understanding of what's really true, what's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really wouldn't. You really wouldn't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
But this is what we see nowadays, and this is what's going on. It'll make you appreciate your relationship with God, your own personal one-on-one relationship with God.
Right.
And you stop, it stops you from looking at certain people as though they're smarter than you.
Yeah.
They know more than you do, because they're going to trip. It's amazing when you just make them all good. These guys, you think that they are more learned than you, they're more spiritual than yourself, or have spent more time with God than you. And then you can't say something.
Yeah.
You say, wait a minute.
Oh,
No,
no.
wait a minute now. What is that? How does that come? And if God allowed all that stuff, and all that, you know why? Because He's making you focus right back to Him.
There you go. Yes,
You
sir.
know, this is like what Paul said about God saying, I gave you this on your flesh, that
Yeah.
you can decide yourself.
Yes, sir.
All that's other people left you up. When Paul had sent up to say, people, you know, about some say you're Paul, some you're Paul, you know, and he said, who died for you?
Yeah.
It's pointing people right back to what they need to look at.
Right.
You need to see Christ.
Yeah.
You need to
Amen.
stop this stuff about this one and that one, the other one, and God does that all the time.
Yep.
If you got eyes to see this, if your heart towards Him and the attitude, you know, hunger and thirst for righteousness, you shall be filled. You have to have the hunger and thirst. If you don't have the hunger and thirst, you'll find out quick that you don't have it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Amen.
God will, by His grace and mercy, take care of all His people. Bring all
Yes,
of us
Lord.
to a place
Yes,
of
Lord.
growing
Thank you,
and
Jesus.
maturing in Jesus'
Yeah.
name. You know, and as we go and mature, we learn to leave them other kids alone.
Yeah.
Other than when God tells you to go say something.
Yeah.
You know, as a brother or sister, you just don't go all in there and try to fix it, especially when you are going with your feelings
Yeah.
and your emotions, what I would do.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
if it were me, this is what I would do. That ain't God.
That's
Right.
right.
That's not the Holy
That's
Spirit.
you.
That's you. That's you. Give by counsel what you would do. You know, that's you.
Yeah.
And so you need to learn to say, look, I mean, that's maybe what I would do, but you need to ask God what He wants you to do.
That's right.
Right.
If anything at all.
Don't be
Yeah,
seeking
if
up-
anything.
Yeah, if anything at all. Don't
Yeah.
be seeking about your
Amen.
counsel. That kind of counsel.
Yes,
From
sir.
someone who's not going to tell you, go to your father.
Right.
You think,
Right.
talk to your dad about it.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know, you like wisdom, ask him. I'm going to tell you what I would do. But don't go by what I would
Right,
do. I'm
right.
not you. I'm not even
Right.
living that life with God. That's your life. That's your
Amen.
trial, that's your test, that's your
Yeah.
circumstance, that's what you're going
Yes.
through,
Right.
all that. I can sympathize, empathize, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, you need to talk to your Father
Amen.
for your
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
and hear Him
Yeah. Yes.
direct you and what
Absolutely.
Yes,
you
sir.
need to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, a lot of people around people seeing them go through stuff don't know what to do with that. They don't know how to counsel them. They going back on the phone telling people, what are they doing and why they doing it, and all this stuff. Man,
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
give me a break. You better get up before your father yourself.
Yes, sir.
And set your
Yes,
own life.
sir.
Except for back again with these tongues for cleaning bottles, Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the beam of Jonah so you see clearly.
Right.
So you may
Amen.
get the most of your brother's side.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's real, and he
Yeah.
meant that.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He meant that. He
Yeah.
meant for you to get close to me.
Yeah. There
You know
you
what?
go.
That's about your eye. And when I
Yeah.
send you to get somebody beam of motor, some else eye, then you qualify.
Yeah. You
But
see.
right now,
Yeah.
you're not in place. Talk
Yeah.
about
Right.
what's going on, some else's life.
Right.
Right.
God, fuck somebody that eye. Leave it
Yeah.
alone.
You still
Amen.
house cleaning yourself.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I'm-
I like that. House cleaning yourself. That's right.
Amen.
But it takes
Yeah.
some maturing and growing to get to that place
Yeah.
of really understanding that.
Amen.
All of what you just read in Ezekiel
Yeah.
manifests the reality of what God's taking care of His own name.
Right. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
taking care of His own business.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you're about to do, He's handling His
Yeah.
business.
Amen.
He's able to handle His business.
Yes,
Yes.
Lord. Thank you,
Yes, he
Jesus.
is.
He's handling His business.
Thank you, Jesus.
I mean, look at us.
Amen.
How fearfully and wonderfully made we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
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 You know what I'm
He's
saying?
handling it.
Amen.
God did a good job.
Yeah.
He knew what he was
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
right?
Amen.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
He's handling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's liberating
Yes, sir.
when you understand that. Even as you run into brick walls
Yeah.
that really come more from yourself than others,
Exactly.
and the way that you're thinking about them, even when you run into situations like that, that could cause you to stumble. When you still focus your mind on the fact that your Father's in charge of your life,
Yeah.
you know, and there's nothing that will hinder him
Good Lord.
or can hinder him from bringing to pass what he has ordained for you. And you're believing him for that. You don't even know all of what God has ordained for you. But you know that his desire towards you is good because that's what he said. And when you believe that, then the different little shades that are pulled around you and the walls and the constructions and all the things that the enemy might do in regards to your flesh, in regards to others, the whole 9 yards, you can see directly through those things. Directly through them. Because you're dealing with your Father's eyes. You're not dealing with your own. You see, God saw way what he was going to do with Israel as a nation, how he was going to do it, how he was going to bless everybody through Abraham, all that different stuff. And it wasn't because that anybody was special. He said that to them. I didn't choose you because you were the biggest and the baddest. He said, matter of fact, you were the worst. You were more messed up than the other nations. So when he called Abraham out, his father was a priest in Midian, in Ur of Chaldees. He worshipped multiple gods. And this is what Abraham came from. Come on now. And here God is grabbing him and saying, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to reshape you. I'm going to mold you.
It's almost like, you're decreasing, him increase.
That's exactly what it is.
More of yourself is disappearing and you're taking on that spirit of God.
And really,
Christ.
I could say this even more specifically because, he gave me this thought a while back. And he said, Marvin, this is true because I made you this way. There ain't no other creature on the whole creative list of God that needs this. And that is to have a spirit. I don't want to use the word control. That's a little bit archaic. But to have a spirit influence you. Man is the only creature that God has made that does that. Influence you. Because see, Animals are controlled.
Yeah.
Plants are controlled. Even angels now, they're controlled. There was a time when they were not. But once they made that one decision, that was it for them, because God had no plans to redeem them.
Right.
But man is a whole different character of a creature from everybody else. Now, God does not directly speak to any other creature and say, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made. I formed you." When I did, He expresses these things with us in such intimate detail. How much detail does He give about spirits, angels? He gives one. You know, Ezekiel 28 and Isaiah chapter 14 about Satan, and only because he's the head leader of this foolishness. You know, but you really have to understand this. Human beings, in order to even exist, their being has to be influenced by another being that is spirit. Because we need spirit influence in order to do anything. It's almost like them old matches, you know, where you had the flint on the side. That sucker will never strike, it'll never burn until it gets influenced by the flint. And all types of stuff happen there. God can speak to your heart, and now you understand the theory of relativity, or you can produce it. You see what I'm saying? You can build rockets. You can talk about going to the moon and doing it. You see what I'm saying? Now much of that really is the influence of the enemy. Not really good. God put it there for us to discover. I really believe He did. But how we use it and apply it, the enemy comes in and corrupts it. You see what I'm saying? And then you get to doing stuff on your own lust. But you're not doing it on your own lust. You're doing it on the lust that he impregnates and influences you towards. You see. That's why Ephesians chapter 2 is so powerful to me. There's several other places where he talks about this. He's saying times past wherein you what? Walk. According to what? Your own desire? No. Yes. He particularly identifies the one who is influencing you. Particularly identifies. In Isaiah 58, he tells you, give that stuff up. And he speaks to you as if you're talking and understanding himself. He said, give up your way, your thoughts. Right. But it's not really yours. You're being influenced to go that way. And he said, take mine on. Let me influence you. Right. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? We ain't going to never let God do that, so we have to take the initiative. Because we're held and bent on influence by an individual who's more powerful than us in that sense. Right. And has held us captive. And I believe it was Luke chapter 11, where Jesus talks about the parable of the strong man. Yeah. You just goods in his house. And unless the Lord bind him and come in, unless the Lord bind him and come in and loot his house and take out what he wants, right. You're going to stay there. Stay that way, yeah. Ain't none of this furniture moving out of here unless we take it. This building can fall down around it. They will not move. No. That's exactly the type of control that Satan has over them who are perishing.
But they already did stuff.
Yeah.
And that's God quickening you.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's
exactly. That's what it said.
But you know, we just have a hard time going that way with God, because it just doesn't seem like He really wants us to understand that that's what we want to do.
Yeah.
You really had something to do with your destiny. Yeah. You really have. You decide. And everything to do with your eternal destiny. Right. You make the bad choice, you're going the wrong way. You make the right choice, you'll be all right. And he's scratching your head and saying which one is right. And so you got the moment, you got the moon, you got everything under the sun.
Yes, Lord.
Which way is right. you choose. Now you should make them choices. You make them choices all the time. They sit down, listen to us. Your witness come at the door, knock, and then they sit there and think about it, and then they choose to go that way. Or Mooney, or whomever you want to name. Any kind of religious dogma that
Scientologists.
You can come and agree with that. You can start going out and selling that same product, and you think you done made a right choice, and you try to convince others to make the same choice because you can't choose life. You can't choose life on your own.
No, you cannot.
You just can't do it. So there's no need to be upset with people in false religion.
No,
You know,
don't do
but
that.
they don't know about it. They have no idea.
Got no idea what they're doing.
They on their way that Proverbs said. I hold true all the time. Their way that seems right. It seems like right to them.
Yes, sir.
I remember talking to this guy who worked, Mom, you remember, I forgot his name, was skinny guy, he used to supervise on the floor. His deal witness. Wow, I forgot his name now. Anyway, he came talk to me one day. I didn't know he was deal witness. Matter of fact, he wasn't at that time, but he came one while we was at the post office working together. And he went, so I used to talk to him about the Lord and stuff like that. He went and joined the deal witnesses faith, or if you call it that. He came to talk to me about it. And he said, we brothers, I mean, we believe the same thing. I said,
No, we don't.
we're not brothers.
No, sir.
No,
we do not believe the same thing.
The same thing at all. But I had sense to know that I could not bring him out of that.
No.
God had to bring him out. I let him speak the truth and love to you, and God does what he will with the truth that I speak to you. But I love Titus that says, in the grace of God to bring salvation. I know it appeared. I know God will do with it one way or the other.
That God will teach you.
He's gonna soften that with the truth. You know, one or the other can happen, but you will not accuse God.
No.
You're not there for God to say,
you didn't tell me. Your fault. No.
But it all goes down. Every knee shall bow.
Yes, Lord. Every tongue
will confess
every last one.
that Jesus Christ
Yeah.
is Lord.
Yeah.
You can go off on all these little
You
areas
can
that
do that all you
go
want.
off. But at the end of the day, that's what it's gonna be.
Yes, Lord. That's why I love Romans 1 and verse 16, where he talks about not being ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Now, and you don't have to change it. You don't have to do none of that, because you change it, it's not what it is. He said that is the power of God unto salvation, to the Jew first, and also to the Greek. See, that is no different. What God said about his son is just as powerful as when he said, let there be light. Light coming. God said you will be saved through Christ. God will save you. But see, that's why the enemy has done all this foolishness with messing with your mind about how to present it, what it really means, all that type of stuff. It's very simple. The story of Jesus Christ is the gospel of it, and that saves you. Now, if they preach that, people are going to get saved. Simple. You don't have to glamorize it. You can be just as dry as you want, monotone, everything. Yeah.
The same thing all the time.
Yes.
You better listen.
Yes, Lord. People get saved by that.
You better listen.
This guy, Mr. Middleton, in school, he said, now, class, we're going to discuss today the ramifications of the 15th century empire of the Ottomans. And when you turn in your books to page 163, does anyone have a question? Well, half the people sleeping. Because see, there's no dunamis in what he's talking about. But you can take that same man, same thing, and he say, Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. Man was not involved. His mother was overshadowed by the Holy Ghost, and God made Jesus Christ. He came as a man, but he is God. Now, I don't care how monotone he is. There's something about that word that's going to get in you. You ain't going to go to sleep on that one. Unless he's been saying it for maybe 12 hours. like that guy up in the room and then fell asleep. He fell out and broke his neck. But they'll raise you back up so he can start talking to you again. And now that Marvin fell out the window and died, the power of God brought him up. You know what I'm saying? Maurice knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Mr. Middleton. Mr. Middleton was 900 years old. Jesus.
Oh, my
When I
Lord.
went to school. But,
Yeah, he left about a year after I got
oh, he
there.
did?
Yeah, he
Okay.
Finally
Mr.
decided to sit it
Middleton.
down.
Yes, Lord. Yes,
But it's,
Lord.
you know, it's just how to
Yeah.
come to these understandings of
Mhm.
what God has
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
in the earth, and to really come and agree with Him. Just
Mhm.
keep every day seems like, you know, it's not new revelation, it's not even new truth. It's
Yeah.
just it's more peace.
Yeah.
I guess I put it that way. There's more rest
Yeah.
in who God is.
Yeah. There's clarity
In
given,
me.
you know?
Who
Yeah.
God is and what
Yeah.
He's doing.
Yeah.
There's no anxiety
Right.
about, man, you know, I got to go do this,
Yeah.
I have to do that, or, you know, how am I going to pay this, or where is this coming from? All those
Yeah.
anxieties seem to just start going away. You hear all kind of advertising
Yeah.
about what you need to do to prepare for the future.
Amen.
All that kind of, you hear it,
Yep.
and then you may entertain it for a few minutes, and then God speaks to you and say, you know, that's not for you.
Yeah.
That's not for you. That's for them over there who don't believe, who don't know me,
Right.
who don't trust in me. I said that's for them folks. That ain't for you. And your mind didn't have, so if your mind is not really renewed and come to steadfast in your thoughts,
Yeah.
what God has said, you may find yourself saying, yeah, but you know, maybe,
Right.
maybe they're right. Maybe they got a point. So you vacillate a little bit until the Spirit of God keeps talking to you,
Yeah.
reminding you, did not
Yeah.
tell you,
Right.
and
Amen.
I'll take you in some birds.
Yeah.
Did
Amen.
I tell you
Yeah.
that I know you?
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you that all day you to be on the earth at this time?
At this
When
time.
I say so,
Yes,
you
sir.
1 minute before, and
Yes,
everything I
sir.
have for you is for you.
Mm.
Didn't I tell you? Do you
Amen.
believe this? See? And that's where faith comes in. Without
Yeah.
faith, is it possible to
Impossible.
believe God?
Please, God. Amen.
You vacillate.
Yes, Lord.
You have to believe the report of the Lord. What I just said. You have to believe.
Yeah. Amen.
And then again, it goes right back to what we said last week, which is so powerful what God says about Abraham. And Abraham believed God and was counted to him for righteousness. His
Yeah.
belief was counted
Yeah.
for righteousness.
Yeah.
Not his act, not his work,
No.
not even, you know, none of his work. His belief in God.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing. It works ain't had nothing to do
Nothing
with
with
it.
it.
He
was
said,
believing God. He believed
by
God.
the deeds of the law, he said, shall no flesh
He said,
be
believe
justified
before God.
in his sight.
So, you know, it comes
Yeah.
down to really believing God.
Yeah.
That's true.
It comes down to
Yeah.
believing God. It comes down to resting in Him.
What he
believing.
said.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, it comes down
Yeah.
to that.
Amen.
Of course, unbelief
Yeah.
is going to condemn those who are condemned.
Yeah.
Fail to believe God.
Yeah.
It's called God a liar.
Yeah. Amen.
Called God a liar.
You got it.
Yeah.
I got one too, though.
Yeah. Ha, ha,
This is
ha.
the one in the bathroom.
These things got to become one at a time. And when you kill one, then the other one comes in. That's it.
Send a message down.
I'm going to try first. And
Yes,
then if
Lord.
I don't come back, you come sit down there. And then
I knew I done got about two of them.
I got
Yeah.
one. I got some. Okay.
Yeah.
But mine is about almost empty.
Yeah.
But you know, I have a sister-in-law, and we were talking the other day about going somewhere to the, I was talking about the islands, and I was basically talking about in Bermuda, somehow beautiful one, and she said, never gonna get me over there in no places. I said, why not? I ain't flying nowhere. And I said, you know what? I said, why do you feel like that?
Mm-hmm.
She said, I'm not getting no plane and die on no plane. I said, who's going to die on a plane? I said, you could be walking across the street and get hit
Yeah, thank you.
by a car. You can be in your car driving,
Yeah.
somebody hit you. You can sit in your house and somebody,
Yeah.
you know, so I feel like when it's your time, it's just going to be your time no matter
Right.
where you are. I said, why are you limiting your life to just,
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
Not enjoying.
enjoying what you could.
But see, that's what the enemy does.
Yeah.
He influences you and takes your mind off. If he can get your mind off your relationship with the Lord God Almighty
Right.
and what that relationship is about. If we think about anything, we need to be thinking about that more than anything else.
Yes.
You know, just meditating on the Father, and saying, what's your thought today,
Right,
Daddy? What's your thought about me particularly?
right,
I know you're thinking, you said I'm always on your mind.
exactly.
Yeah, what do you think about me today? You see? Because you don't want to be ignorant of that. You really don't. But the enemy gets you concentrated again. Here's that spirit influence
Right.
on
Right.
in your mind.
Right.
And see, that's where you alienated from
Yeah,
God in your mind. What? Ain't nothing wrong with your body.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with none of that.
Yeah.
It's your mind.
Yeah.
Because you have had a spirit influence.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
That spirit of fear
This-
is running so fast.
I started this.
Well, that's what terrorism is about.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I can't go through them all.
Listen
They
to
blow it
this.
up.
That's right.
No, I can't do this. That's what's
Yeah.
all about.
Mm-hmm.
Or sitting in your home
Yeah.
even, you know.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
it's still a
Spirit
spirit.
is really
It's a spirit.
running.
But see, we
It's a
don't
spirit.
we don't realize that, and most of us, especially, well, all of who, if you haven't been born again, definitely you don't understand it. But listen to this in Romans 1. I had a thought about this because I started reading this a couple of days ago. But the Lord, I believe He just put this thought in my mind. He said, "For the wrath of God," in verse 18, "is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth and unrighteousness." Listen to this now. "Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shown it unto them. For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." Now you hear the pronoun that he's using. They and them and all of this. Now listen to verse 21. "Because that when they knew God, they glorified Him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools." When did that happen? Do you know when that happened? That happened in the garden with Adam and Eve.
Wow.
That's exactly, even though he's using these type of pronouns, the Lord said, Marvin, I may be talking like that now, but that happened way back there. They knew God. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They glorified Him not as God because of the influence of that spirit. And He messed with their minds enough so that they professing themselves to be wise. He said exactly that was the word used. He said she looked at that thing and saw it as something to make her wise. That happened way back then. That ain't something that happened when Paul wrote this. That's why all us got messed up.
Yeah.
And he say, and it got worse and worse and changed the glory, because see, them two knew the glory of God. But as they kept traveling along, that glory just diminished and diminished and diminished until they had no understanding at all left about the glory of God. So they had to make it up. That was in them, the invisible things of Him from creation of the world, clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made. That was still there. The enemy can't rob you of that. See, that's why ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's your mind. Because see, now you want to be wise, you became fools, and guess what a fool is? Fool ain't got nothing to do with your intellect. They became ungodly, is what happened to them. They were godly at first. But when they listened to that rascal and became vain in their imagination, their foolish heart was darkened, they became ungodly. And they got more ungodly and more ungodly until they start making God out like other stuff.
You know something, Marvin?
Yeah.
And until we get to the point where we can start focusing our mind on what the enemy is saying,
Yeah.
and start focusing on what God is saying.
Yeah,
That's simple.
right. That's the whole thing.
That simple.
Right there.
That simple fact about let go, let God.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and in my own personal, aspect of that,
Yeah.
we done had many conversations with like with our brother
Yeah.
and finance and this and that.
Yeah.
Until I made up my mind, so something,
Yeah.
man, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
You know,
Turn that thing loose.
let it go. then nothing but blessings started coming my way.
Man, I'm telling you.
I mean, things just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Stuff that I never expected, you know.
It's God working on his behalf.
Yeah, and I just like, say Marvin, something, I'm tired of this, man. I don't even want nothing to do with it no more. And until I said that, and until I actually went beyond saying it and start worrying about it, man, you would not believe.
Yeah.
Marvin knows.
Even
I
the
mean,
timing.
the
This
timing.
is all God.
I'm worried about my car.
Yeah.
Don't have no car. Still owing me for a car. I said, I still got to pay you for the car.
That's wild.
Now here it is. 6 years ago, these folks supposed to pay me for my foot. Never did. I walk in the house, got a letter. Okay, guess what? We made an erroneous adjustment on your claim. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna take you from 0% rating to 10%, and we're gonna make the effective date April 14th, 2011.
Isn't that wild?
75 months ago that they got to pay me for.
Yeah.
Then turn around and sent me another letter saying, well, you know something? You might have made a mistake on your elbow too. We know you got 10 lights in there too. So we gonna send we send you the form and just tell us why you think you disagree with our ruling.
Yeah, I told him when I told him when he write that thing up, he needed to let Ed look at it.
Yes, sir.
So Ed can I'm gonna make a statement for
All
him.
kind of stuff.
Makes me think of Romans
I
8:28.
got a phone call from the
All things work together for
from the retention NCO of my unit, and she would ask me, said, "Well, have you your because she reminded me that I didn't re-enlist yet. I had only extended my orders, because I'm supposed to re-enlist them." She
Hey,
said,
Laura.
so she said, well,
That wonderful looking dress
did
on.
you get picked up for
Yeah.
deployment? I'm like, yeah, I did. She's on the phone like, shh. I'm like, shh, what you talking about? She said, Jeff Coates, Sarge, don't you re-enlist nothing yet. I'm like, well, what's the difference between me re-enlisting here and over there? She said, over here you get nothing. You re-enlist over there, guess what? That's $10,000 cash money they got to pay. They can't even tax. I'm like, what? She said, yeah. She said, you going to Iraq or Afghanistan? That's a hostile situation.
Yes, sir.
They got to pay you for that. I said, you tell me all I got to do is just don't sign the paper when I get over there? I was like, I'll sign the paper when I get. He said, I said, you want me to come in? He said, well, you want to come in and sign the paper now? I'm like, I can wait. January will be here soon enough.
Yes, sir.
I'll be in country, no problem.
She had incentives for us.
Yeah, all these stuff is coming around, all because I said, God, I'm done with it. You can have it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get mixed up in this stuff with my brother because no amount of money should be worth the value of my love for my brother.
That isn't.
He can have it.
It isn't.
He can have it.
Let him deal with it.
Don't care.
Let him
And
deal
man,
with
all
it.
the stuff I'm worried about my car, how you gonna pay this off, and all of a sudden, all the stuff just start rolling in. And well, I can pay the car. I can pay the car for that and still have surplus in my pocket.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm like,
Glory,
It's
hallelujah.
not yours.
That's
It's
right.
the Lord.
See, this goes back again to what we were saying earlier. Until every individual gets to that place. Because most of the time what we do is we threaten, we worry, because there are all kind of counselors, from all kinds of people trying to tell us what to do.
Yeah.
And those people you told me, most of them are going to tell you what they would do.
yeah,
And they're going to tell you, don't talk
Amen.
to your father about it.
Right.
They're going to tell you, man, if it were me,
Yeah, I would.
this is what
Yeah.
I would do. This is how I would handle it. You at their face because you want them to tell you. And God's saying, what's up? Where am I?
Where am I in this program?
Why you don't talk to me? Why you don't speak to me? And I'm ready. I'm the one who got the answer. I'm the one who can supply all your needs.
Amen.
Why don't you talk to me?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So I'm telling this because this is firsthand for me.
Yeah.
I just had to tell my family member that straight up. Look, I'm going to give you, if it were me, this is exactly what I do. I know what I do. I take them out, I kill them. If it were me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to give you me.
No.
I'm going to give you turn around from me and go talk to your father.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
You go talk to your daddy and ask him.
Yeah.
Don't ask me because I'm going to give you me. And everybody else you listen to, they're giving them you. They're giving them them. This is what I
Exactly.
think you ought to
Sure
do.
they are.
So you're going to wind up confused and trying to pick and
Yeah.
choose who you need to listen to. Who's
Yeah.
more persuasive, who's saying they got a better answer.
Yeah.
No, God had a better
Yeah.
answer. You like wisdom?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
And you know, and that's why I feel I'm so blessed in my life, you know, to have, you know, my brother, you know, because he
All of
doesn't,
us.
you know, all of us, but you know, he doesn't give me him, you know,
Right.
because he advised me when I spoke to him about our other brother. He said by all rights, you have every right to take him for the righteous judge, the unrighteous judge. He said, but your heart ain't for that. He said, man, if you had done that, you Catherine Jeff would probably turn over in the grave.
Yes, Lord.
He said, man,
She taught you.
pray about that thing, talk to God, and if you see fit, man, let it go.
Do your
Yeah.
thing. Whatever you do, but talk to God
Talk
first.
to
Yeah.
God first. He said, man,
Talk to him.
don't even worry about it. You know, he said, because the
If I
bottom
was
line
me,
is,
I'd be like going down there and whoop his hand for him.
Yeah.
Give me that damn money. You know you want me to doggone money. What the hell wrong with you? Yeah, kick your hand off, man. You can't whip me.
You record that.
Oh, well. Yeah, but they did the same thing too. Praise God.
That's
I ain't
keeping it
telling you
real.
nothing they ain't heard before.
Yeah, I was just, that's
Yeah,
That's what's so good about it.
yeah, but
But
real,
it's
straight
maturity
up.
to get to a place where you can really be comfortable
Exactly.
with knowing that God got it.
Yeah,
Not just
yeah.
saying He got
Yeah,
it.
not
Yeah.
just saying you got it.
Knowing
Yeah,
that He
but-
knows who
yeah.
you are and He
Yeah.
knows what you need and
Yeah.
He's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
He'll prove Himself mighty
Yeah.
on your behalf.
And you have peace after
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
And
peace,
before
that's
you
right.
said all that there's peace reigning and ruling in you.
Yeah.
Right.
and,
You know?
and you have no idea of the confidence builder of the relationship with you and your father when he does bring it to pass.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, that's like, I can sit back with the
Yes, sir.
simplest thing. Man, I ain't got to worry about
I
that.
told you, man.
You
That's
know?
that's what the Lord does. That's what your
Look,
Father does.
you know, it kind of puts me in mind, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
like when I was a young father, you know, didn't know nothing.
Amen.
But my son, at the age of, you know, 3-4 years old.
Thank you,
You know, I
Jesus.
remember him coming in one time, and you know, I'm sitting down watching, you know, TV, and he walks up to me. And he said, "Daddy, my truck broke." And the only thing I remember him doing, I said, "Let me have it." I said, "Daddy will fix it."
Yeah.
And he just runs off, grabs another
Yeah.
play with.
Yes, sir.
Because he had confidence that, hey,
you were gonna
Dad gonna fix that. Because he said it, Dad
That's
gonna
right.
fix it.
That's right.
And when you get to that kind of confidence
Yeah.
in a relationship with God, say, well, God, this is what I need. Say, don't worry, son, I got that. As a matter of fact, I got all of it. You know, you can just walk off and say, well, what about you, Mr. Bill Collector? Ain't got to worry with you, man.
Yeah.
My dad said he got that. You know,
Amen.
and that's exactly what happened.
Lord,
I'm
yes,
saying, well,
Lord.
you know, I'm saying, well, God, I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Jesus.
I mean, they're going to still take the
Yeah.
money out of my. I'm not going to cancel the withdrawal out of my checking account. I said, but man, who wants to pay for something they ain't got the right to use? You know, that's a
Thank
whole
you.
car. That's $6,000. That's $6
Yeah.
grand, man.
Yeah, that's the way of the world.
But you know what he said? He's like, I got this.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you want?
And it wasn't even 2 weeks later. You know, I come home, I'm already frustrated. You know, my
Yes,
AC
sir.
done gone out and everything. And man, I come home, man, Larry said, hey, I gonna take care of that. When I come home on that Friday, put the key in the door and open the door, man, and my Cody just whoosh.
Yes, sir.
Man, I walk inside, just close the door behind me, and that's the maintenance guy. And I just fell to me and said, oh, thank
Name
you.
Larry.
Yeah.
Oh, Larry maintenance guy. Okay.
No, he's not Larry Love now.
Them doggone Larry, I tell you.
Let me tell you,
Something wrong with them jokers. man.
I done go and get the mail and everything, and I'm sitting. I must have been on the floor with my knees about 15 minutes, just like, God, you're so good. Thank you.
Yes, Lord, this thing is good.
And I forgot I had the mail, man. The fee. Oh man, what I owe them now? I owe the letter.
I know it's like when it rains
I
and
just
pours.
threw my hand. I ain't had a word to say. I just threw my hand to look at the page floating around. I was like, ooh, just smiling. I was like, car
God is
paid
good.
off check.
Yes, Lord.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
He provides.
Yes,
He
he
really
does.
does.
You know,
Because
I
he's the
told my
source.
daughter that same thing.
He provides.
That he
He
provides.
provides.
I walk around, I don't have money in my purse. But I told her one day, because we had gone, she didn't want me to get something for her. I wasn't paying cash for it.
Right.
It was on a card.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, Mom, you don't have to do it because I know. I said, you know what? And I wouldn't have said that some time ago.
Right.
Exactly.
But it just came out so freely and so
Yeah.
easily this time.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? God is taking care of me and He's providing for me.
Yeah,
I
really.
said, so
Yeah.
it's on you.
You
If you
gotta
want it, you
believe
better
that.
get it.
Yeah.
Because God is going to help me to get to
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
care. Because
Yeah.
many a time I say I have more months left at the end of my money.
Right.
But at the same time, you know that. And,
Yeah.
but at the same time, the Lord is taking care and providing
Yeah.
for me, and more and
Yes.
more, I have the peace about it.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
I didn't always have that peace about it,
Yeah.
but more and more,
Yeah.
I